Alrighty, all you Red Dogs fans, this is another edition of the Dog Pound. A special edition, might I add that. It is a late July 4th edition of the Dog Pound. I am with my co-anchor, Roy Franceschino here. As you all know, I am Rick Franceschino, starting left fielder and voice of the Red Dogs. We have an awesome episode of the Dog Pound for you guys today. We're going to recap 2 weeks ago our game against Master Batters. We're going to talk about some team bonding experiences that we had during the off week, and then we will preview our next week against Zantes. So, kicking it off, last week, actually 2 weeks ago, because we had July 4th off, 2 weeks ago we faced off against Master Batters. I'm sorry.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough name. It's a mouthful. We won that game 10-5. It was a pretty good game. We played well. There was some things that happened in the game that, maybe a couple errors here and there that we could have played a little bit better, but overall, solid game for the boys. We came out on top. Weimer had a hell of a game. We switched the batting order around. He led off. He went 4 for 4, but the thing about Weimer, he had a great defensive play, and I believe the 6th inning, the Master Batters were having a comeback, and he made a diving play at third base and got a double play out of it, so Matthew Weimer played an important role in that win against Master Batters. In the batting order, we just hit very well in that game. Like I said, fielding we could have done a little bit better, but overall I felt the team played very well. It was a big bounce back from the doubleheader game. Speaking of the first game at that, when we got our asses handed to us by Man-Bear Puig. So, following that, I think that we've been playing pretty good softball. We'll see what happens this upcoming week. We had a week off. Your thoughts on this past week, Roy?
I don't really have much to say. I wasn't there, so yeah. But
otherwise, I think it was a pretty good game for the guys. There's some things we can improve on, but we got the win. We are 5-1, second place in the league. That's all that you can really matters at this point. So. Red Dogs are looking pretty good right now. But like I said, solid game from the boys. Overall, I think a lot of people had some good games, including Weimer. I know Pickham had a lot of big outs there in right center field. Or no, he was playing right field.
And you don't need to look at me right
now. I'm sorry. I'm so used to you being a kid.
I don't know anything. Stop looking at me, please.
So, Pickham played right field. He got a lot of balls hit to him. Unfortunately, AJ did not get a lot of action there in right center field. He was mic'd up. Speaking of which, we have a lot of new and exciting videos for you guys, the Red Dog Nation, out on the Red Dog Network right now, including mic'd up, where we usually will mic up a player and film them, so you get to see live action of what it's like to be as a Red Dog on the field. As well as our starting lineup video. I don't know if we talked about this, Roy, but we have a great new video. It's the actual starting lineup of the Red Dogs. So if you want, you can go over to YouTube. You can search up Red Dogs Network. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a lot of good stuff on there for you guys. If not, you can just watch the video on the Red Dog Network. It's there for if you guys want to take a view.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I know a lot of you guys out there sometimes wonder our backgrounds and where we came from. Mm-hmm. And, it's real quick, but in that video, you just get a sense of
who we are and where we come from.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah,
and what we're representing.
Yeah, what this team and what the Red Dogs are all about. So you guys can go on the Red Dog Network, check out those videos. A lot of good stuff coming to the network. Really excited about it. So switching gears here, we had a good week last week. Again, we had an off week this week because of July 4th. I don't know if you guys could tell with the hat and Roy's shirt here, but we did have July 4th off this past week, so it was a nice off week for the boys. And we decided as a team that we would like to take this week off, but come together as a team. Like I said, that the game against Man-Bear Puig was a little rough on us.
It was eye-opening.
It was. There was a lot of relationships that were, I say, a little bit strained after that game. So we felt this week would be a good opportunity to get everyone together and kind of bond like we were, a couple seasons ago when we were a couple young kids out there just having a ball. This past week, July 4th, some of the guys came together. I know Tamino had a bonfire at his house. I was able to attend that. We just sitting around having some hot dogs, talking about Star Wars, different stuff. I think it was a good experience to have everyone come together at Tamino's. There's only a handful of us there, but still, talking, getting to talk about stuff other than softball, which is always a good thing. So I know we had Taminos the night before July 4th, and then on July 4th, some of the players got together. I think Zimmer and Dougie were playing some frisbee at Centennial. I know I was with some Red Dogs fans elsewhere, but then I showed up at Centennial. Roy, were you with the Red Dogs, or were you with somebody else?
I was with the Red Dog Nation. I was out there partying with the fans. So I got invited to an outing, and I was solo, but I got to meet a lot of new people. A lot of our fans out there that we unfortunately don't get to have that one-on-one connection with at our games, and it's really nice to get to know them a little bit and spend time with them, have a couple of beers, shoot off some fireworks,
always a good thing,
and grill a little bit, and we had a good time. So.
Yeah,
that's what I did on my July.
Well, it sounds good, and I think Tamino was with another in Pick'em. We're maybe together out there. They were at Centennial as well. So a lot of the Red Dogs were at the Centennial July 4th fireworks show. We were all in our different spots. So as usual, Red Dog Nation were able to see us. We're happy to see you guys. I know a couple weeks ago we had, I think it was Mary. Mary called about possibly having a meet and greet. I think Centennial was a good way to meet us. I know we were at a lot of different places. You could have checked in with us if you wanted, but we just love to be with the fans. To be honest, it's always great. When we're out there just doing our own thing, hanging out with friends, and somebody comes up and say, "Hey, are you on the Red Dogs?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, it's I know you guys like it and we like it as well." So that was a good opportunity to meet some of the Red Dogs there at July 4th. But the following day after that, a couple of the guys got together to watch the women's national soccer team. I know we went over to a place to watch the game. I think it was me, you, Zimmer, Pick'em, Tamino. Anyone else was there?
Girlfriends.
Yeah, there's a couple of Red Dog Nation fans out there that came to join by. So it was good to see the women's national team, because I think at the other team bonding experiences we had over the course of this week, it was more of a us kind of bonding together. Whereas watching the women's national team, it was good for us to take notes and to see how a winning team wins championships. I know at the beginning of the Women's World Cup, they weren't playing as well, but as the Cup went on, they started to play very, very good soccer, and they were bonding very well. So it was good to see that, and it was great for the team to see how a professional team goes out and wins a championship.
Takes care of business.
The goal was for them was to go in and win the World Cup, and they succeeded in that. So I think it was really good for us to kind of see, a team other than ourselves, to watch it on the actual television, to see, this is how a team goes out, has a goal, and then accomplishes it.
And to see a team that, we cheer, we love, we support. So
100%.
I know you guys would feel the exact same way if we were to go out and win our first ever softball championship for you guys. I know you guys would have the exact same feeling. It's just a feeling of pure happiness, pure joy. And it doesn't get too much better than that when you are successful.
No, I was on top of the world as a fan. I was. I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is a little hoarse. I was really cheering out there. I was having a good old time, and to see them win like that,
it gives me goosebumps.
It does.
I got goosebumps.
It does, especially when we've been waiting so long. Since 1999. For that Women's World Cup.
How long have we been waiting for, Rick?
And, it's been a while. I think the Red Dogs Nation is in the same boat as the women's national team fans, whereas we've been playing softball for so long, and we haven't won one yet, and I kind of personally feel like an Abby Wambach, where I've played a lot of seasons, and we've been in a championship, and we've lost, and just to get a taste of what championship feels like, and not being able to get it just makes me that more hungry to get it. So I really personally feel a lot of connection with Ambi Wambach, in the Women's World Cup, trying to get that, and that's me trying to get a softball championship. So it was great for the team. Just an overall great experience for the guys who were able to show up. I know, Roy, your memory's a little hazy.
Yeah.
Of the Women's World Cup.
So me and Zimmer, Pre-game we showed up at the bar a little early. We were joking that we agreed that we were going to do shots for every goal the USA scored. And, we were figuring 1, 2, maybe 3. And Zimmer, jokingly said, we'll be screwed and messed up if, they get 5 goals. And if you guys saw the game, you guys probably all know, they scored 4 goals within the first 10, 15 minutes. So, most of us were pretty hammered, pretty blasted within 10, 15 minutes of the game starting. So
you don't really remember the second half.
Pretty much a blur.
Don't really remember that second half.
Other than I know they won, and the game was basically over at that point. And we were going shots, everybody shots. So that's about all I remember. Again, it was a really, really great time with the guys and girls.
You know what, Roy? And piggybacking off of that, I want to go back to the softball, but. I feel a lot of connection with that U.S. women's national team, but the thing that I think I get most excited about watching them play in that championship game was not the fact that they won, but it's how they won. That's what gets me, Roy. 4 years ago they lose to Japan in the finals, and then fast forward to just this past week, you're thinking, oh man, it might be a close game, 1-0, 2-1. Roy. They score 4 goals in the first 16 minutes.
Speaks for itself.
Exactly. They went out there and said, you know what? We're taking this game. We're taking this game.
Yep.
And I think, like I said, it was good for the team to see that mentality, because there's a lot of times where I think, whereas the Red Dogs, we kind of go into games and thinking, oh yeah, this one might be a close one, or it's going to be a tight game. Where that women's national team...
We just got to focus on ourselves, playing our game, making mistakeless, errorless softball, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping line drives, and, we'll be fine. We'll be in the game.
Well, yeah, a lot of times the Red Dogs, when they lose games, we lose it ourselves. It's not the other team beating us. It's us beating ourselves.
Yeah.
And in the case of the women's national team, they did not make any mistakes, and they said, you know what, we're going to win this. We're going to win this because we want to win this. And also, too, is they want to win, not only for their country, but they want to win it for their teammates. Countless interviews you'll see with them is they said, I wanted to win it for the next person. I wanted to win it for the guy who hasn't won. A lot of those players say, I wanted to win for Abby Wambach. You want to win as a team, and I think the U.S. women's national team is the epitome of what a team should be. But I know I keep ranting on about women's national team. I just love them. I'm sorry. I'm getting on a tangent. I'm just really passionate about that team. I'm really happy they brought gold. So congratulations to the women's national team on winning a gold medal in the Women's World Cup. I'd like to say a personal shout out to Morgan Bryan. I love you. It's a great win for the nation. So. With that being said, we're going to switch gears right now, and we're going to go over to preview our next week against Zantes. That game is going to be 7:30 at C5 this upcoming Sunday. Roy, what is your take on this game against Zantes?
I don't know anything about them other than they're sponsored by the bar, which is a great place to be. I don't know anything else about them, so
I don't think we've seen them this year. I don't know if we've seen them. Well, if not, I think Zantes is always a pretty decent team. But going back to what we said, if the Red Dogs play their softball, I think we win this game. I think we do. Unless there are times now where we could possibly lose this game if we decide to, make mistakes, not play our game, kind of have a breakdown, or as I like to call it, the Red Dogs collapse. If we have one of those, I don't think we come out on top. But like I said, this week was a solid week for team building, and I think we're going to come together and we're going to get the W. Would you agree with that?
I would.
I think so. And you know what? It helps too. It helps too with the guys like Weimer and yourself, who are maybe not as healthy as they once were. So it gives you the nice week off. Helps with the arms and the legs and the soreness and just the inflammation. I think
it's a rough sport, Rick.
it is.
Really
It's tough on the joints.
People don't realize that.
And I think too this week off will be good for the boys. I know even Tamino at first base, he kind of has some difficulties, but I think we should be in full force this next week. I don't think anyone's going to be missing. You will be joining us as well.
I will be there. I'll be ready to go if need be. I'll be suiting up for the first time in gosh knows how long.
About a month or two, probably.
Yeah, probably at least. So I know
overcoming all those injuries and getting back out there.
Everyone's looking forward to having me back, and it's gonna be great.
So like I said, 7:30 C5 against Zantes. You can check us out live in action. Tickets are absolutely free. I think it's been another great episode of the Dog Pound. Really happy you guys could join us. Also, a shout out to the captain, Keith Farrell. We wish you a happy birthday, my friend, and a lot of more birthdays in the future to come.
And I guarantee a victory for the captain.
Here it is, a guarantee from our third base coach there, Roy Franciscino. We'll see you guys this Sunday at C5 against Zantes, 7:30. As always, Red Dog Nation, keep on barking.